So there was a really interesting article in the Wall Street Journal yesterday, and it was Phil Spencer, the now executive vice president of gaming at Microsoft, talking about his expanded role. So as we know, back in September, he got promoted to this role. So he explained how he was now responsible for reaching gamers on any device, rather than just focusing on growing gaming to make Windows more successful. So he also talked about how Microsoft's continued desire to grow the software and the services side of gaming rather than just the hardware side. So in recent history, Microsoft has been reaching out to Sony to try to get the ball rolling on cross-platform play, and we've seen that Sony wants nothing to do with it. So the question I have from this, and after reading this article, is will we see Xbox exclusives on other platforms anytime soon? So let's take a look at the history in the last few months. So Microsoft owns Minecraft right now, and Minecraft is a huge game. Tons of people play it, has tons of followers. And instead of just keeping it on Xbox and making it exclusive for Xbox, where they could try to get more people to buy the console, because you know that if Minecraft was only available on Xbox, there would be people running out there to buy an Xbox to play it, because there are people that just only play Minecraft and they're addicted to that. But instead of doing that, they created Minecraft to be cross-platform play with Nintendo, and they released it on the Nintendo 3DS, the Nintendo Switch, as well as the PS4, and they made it available for everybody, knowing that every time they sell that game, every time they sell Minecraft, even if it's on another console, they'll still be making money. So it is a smart thing to do. They did make the right choice in my decision by doing that and not just trying to increase their hardware sale, especially with the way of the future where a lot of streaming services are coming out, and a lot of different services for gaming where you don't actually need a powerful console to play great games. And then there's that desire to get cross-platform play with Sony. And I think that if this were to ever happen, it would be a gold mine for Microsoft, mainly because of their Xbox Live services. Now, personally, I have both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and I play the Xbox One more, and that is because I really only play my PlayStation 4 when I want to play the amazing exclusives that Sony has. So in 2018, I will be playing a lot of PS4 because of all the crazy games that are coming out. However, when I play cross-platform games, I much rather play on my Xbox One. I find the interface a lot better. I find the way you can interact with your friends and the party chats and everything about the Xbox Live services much better than Sony's PS4 services and PS Plus services that they have. Now, I'm not saying that the PlayStation 4 services are bad. I just really prefer the Xbox One experience much more than the PS4 experience. And I feel like there are a lot of people out there that if they were exposed, or if they had the choice to buy a multi-platform game on either console, knowing that they could play with their friends across any device, I think there would be a lot of people that would gravitate more towards the Xbox One. Which is why I can see Sony having nothing to do with cross-platform play, and I don't think that they ever will. But then there is the question, will Microsoft ever release their big exclusives on other platforms? So if you buy an Xbox One, they do have some exclusive games, but the majority of the exclusives are not exclusive to the Xbox One itself. You can play them on PC as well. And that alone is very indicative of the direction Microsoft is trying to go. Microsoft understands that their hardware sales are not nearly as good as the PlayStation 4's, and they have not nearly as a global market as the PlayStation 4 has. Sony dominates the global market in terms of console sales, and Nintendo is coming with the Nintendo Switch, which is just like opening up a brand new market with the hybrid consoles, and they too have a much higher global market than Microsoft. So where Microsoft's strength is in their service, and that is their Xbox Live service that continues to increase and get more subscriptions year over year. Where they see that they are falling off a bit is in their hardware sales. Now this is interesting too, because this article came out a day before the Xbox One X was released, and so far the initial release of the Xbox One X has been met with really happy customers, people buying it up, pre-orders being sold out. So clearly there's still a market for their consoles and for that Xbox console that people want, but they also are buying it because it is the most powerful console on the market, and people still want that hardcore gaming experience. For games like Forza and Halo 5 or the Halo 6 coming up in the near future, I don't think we will see those in other consoles, but I do think there will be a day where we see consoles being able to be across all platforms, and there won't be that divisiveness between, oh, the PlayStation's better, oh, the Xbox is better. You'll be able to choose what console or what device you want to play it on, and the thing that will determine the difference of where you go is the services that are offered and the quality of the services that are offered. I think when that day comes, that Microsoft really has a head start with their Xbox Live service. I really like it a lot. I think they've done a lot of good things with it. I think that their new update to the dashboard has been really good too. And I feel like that's what Microsoft understands, and they know that if they can get people to start realizing how good their service is, and they can finally get companies to agree with them to have cross-platform play, that they could attract over a bunch new new customers that otherwise would have been on another console. Overall, this article was just really interesting to see the insight and to see the direction that Microsoft is going. I think they're doing a smart thing here. I think Phil Spencer's a really smart guy. He makes a lot of good moves for the company. I think that they just need to focus on getting more first-party exclusives out that eventually would be over on other consoles if they decided to go that route, but just getting more good software games from Microsoft. For example, they own Rare, and Rare's coming out with Sea of Thieves, and I think Sea of Thieves would be a great game to have across all platforms and have crossplay. So if that was something that was released and Sony had agreed to have crossplay with, I feel like that Microsoft would possibly release it on the PS4. Anyways, that's just what I think. Do you think that Microsoft will ever stray away completely from hardware sales? And do you think they'll become just a service and software company? Or do you think that they will continue to make the Xbox, continue to make different iterations of the Xbox, but continue to try to push to have cross-platform between the other companies? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, hit a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.